You have 29,000 kills? No.
Hi, my name is Violet and I main Mirage in Apex Legends. Currently I'm ranked 29th on PC with my kills. I wanted to make a new refreshed guide for Mirage as a legend and include all the new things that I learned in the past year. I'm going to talk about it more in depth and sometimes with examples. I don't know who finds it useful, but maybe some of you out there will. Otherwise, thanks for clicking and hanging out. Alright, so your passive is basically when you're down and you're reviving a teammate, you turn invisible. I assume you know it by now. I don't want you to be scared to use it. You want to be aggressive with it, but also you need to know when to implement it. This kind of decision making can save you a game. Revive your teammate after you repel the enemy. By repel I mean crack them, damage them to the point of retreating, or down them. When you're certain that their friends are not coming for you, have yourself a jolly revive. Send the decoy in another direction and initiate the control of it and start reviving. The enemies see your decoy revive and take their eyes away from you. Bonus points if they shoot it so you know where they are. What I also enjoy doing is res baiting, but that's become pretty common. Yet if you're a Mirage, it's extra tricky. Start reviving to bait your enemy into the room and make them regret it. If you have been spotted and are being shot at while reviving, depending on the revive progress bar, you can finish it or drop it. There's no point losing one extra life for free. Try to reposition and shoot the enemy. You can always pick your teammate's banner, and them dying benefits you with a shield swap and loot 2 in the fight. It's just logical thinking. They will do me better when they're dead with a free swap and shield rather than being a knocked bait. If you manage to pull off a res while being shot at and you don't have the golden knockdown shield, ult for your teammate if possible. The ult will create a distraction for them to get away to safety and shield swap or shield up. If you have watched my previous Mirage guide, you might remember me mentioning about the factors that give you away when you res with your passive. I'm going to bring them up again just for you. There's going to be dust in houses, grasslands, plains and deserts. Avoid resing in water. There will be splashes that simply cannot be missed. Dark areas are also not great for resing. Mirage's hollow emitters are quite easily visible in there. That's why it's best to pop a decoy to control and mimic your res. You can also feel free to use your ultimate for that, just to feel a little bit more safe. If you have a chance, res in a friendly Bangalore and caustic smokes. As also mentioned in my previous guide, you can use a res to reset and remove yourself temporarily from the fight. Just try not to make it too obvious. If your teammate is not in the center of that fight, you can revive them so they can heal up and be back faster. By the way, did you know you can also cloak when you use a respawn beacon? You can use this to create an ambush or combined with your ultimate get out of a sticky situation. There are a lot of combinations you can do, and many people have no idea about this. Go ahead and experiment when you get the chance and time. Your tactical ability allows you to send a clone of yourself out there and control it. Many people either have no idea how to use them properly or just don't use them at all. The clone will hold your loadout and the item that you're currently using, be it a grenade or a gun. You have to reset it though when you swap. It will mimic nearly everything you do, but sometimes they are buggy as heck, especially when you do tricky movement techniques. Decoys will make a footstep sound, but will not leave dust from movement and Bloodhound can't track them. Decoys will be speed boosted by Maggie's ult. The way you use your decoys varies per gameplay. 90% of the time I use them to take the enemy's eyes off me. When I'm about to initiate a building, I send one into the obvious entrance to confuse the enemy, and I myself go backdoor them with an ult. I use decoys behind cover to take the enemy's eyes off me to reload and heal. Usually I would send one and wait a little bit so they'll wonder where I am, to then come out from hiding and attack. I'd place an obvious one in an open field to walk around and see who shoots it. Oh, you fully fucking sent that decoy, holy shit. Placing them on death boxes as you loot may save you from a hard third party. You can always send them into damage sources like legend abilities, ultimates or grenades. It even confuses the prowlers on Storm Point. Send them into cannons, octane jump pads and geysers. They might not bamboozle much because they don't really act like a player on them, but the enemy may think that you went one way instead of another. In this clip, Vantage knows I am chasing her. I send a decoy because she might wait around the corner for me. In the very case, she wastes her bullet on the bamboozle. Instead, her teammate shoots the decoy she might be pinging while I pick her off. I now know the position of the last person that is left to kill. I decide to use my ult to reposition. As your ultimate, you spawn 5 decoys that mimic everything you do. While doing that, you turn invisible for 1 or 2 seconds. The decoys can be shot to reveal the enemy's location. How you use it depends very much from the kind of gameplay you do, and it is completely situational. By itself, it is ready within around 1 minute, which also start building the second you use it. If you have a golden helmet, that's approximately 45 seconds. It's one of, if not the fastest ultimate in the game, which allows you room for error. It is also one of the more complex ults you can use in many ways, which is why this subject is going to take me longer to explain in depth. So, is your ultimate too obvious? Yeah, figured. Most of them are, to be honest. When you ult, send a decoy that pretends to be you. In the meantime, you should be invisible by now. Try going in the opposite direction of the decoy and ambush the enemy or run away. When you're about to use your ultimate to escape from the fight, as soon as you press the button you will become invisible for a few seconds, which will allow you to turn the tide of your fate. As you run away, first run in an obvious direction. The enemies would totally follow you if you ran that way. The second you ult and become invisible, change your way into your actual destination. In this clip, my teammates are down and I'm being hunted by at least 2 players. What happens next is unbelievable how strong Mirage ultimate can be when you use it with a little bit of wit. You should ult after you've been revived and repositioned to a safer spot to heal. I do that in case there are more teams looking at us, or in case there is a third party. They will most likely start shooting your decoys from another direction, which indicates their position. After getting revived, I use my ult to get into a safer area. Ulting in a small room confused the enemies enough for Bangalore to do some damage, and then get out safely. In the meantime, I have time to heal up and help her when she needs me. In this clip, I just pumped 2 full mags into that Wraith and I barely traded with her. It's okay to ult and give yourself 2 or 3 seconds of reset to reload your weapons and get better angle on the enemy. Keep in mind, some people will use that time to reset too, and some will still keep shooting you or your decoys, making them a more vulnerable target. If you're going to do something like that, mind your HP. It's better to do it too early than too late. When you find yourself in a crowded place and you manage to get it down, it can be a good idea to pop ult to go further behind the enemy for ambush. Using ultimate will make the enemy confused about your positioning, and them shooting your decoys will show you their location. Pop ult so they hear it. They will think you either rushed into that fight or just tried to escape. In reality, get closer. That way they don't expect you right around the corner. Another way to use your ultimate is with a push to initiate a fight. If you know there are a few squads fighting in one spot, it is smart to ult in and pick off some people if possible. Is there a team camping a building in late ring? It's probably your responsibility to initiate that. Make sure you communicate that with your teammates so you don't die alone. You can also use your ultimate to defend. In situations where your teammate is down and the other one is reviving them, it's a good idea to ult and keep people at bay. The decoys cover your reviving teammates and their movement attracts the eye of the enemy. You can use this to hold your position in one spot and your teammates have enough time to heal or engage with you. By this time, the enemy squad is most likely out of options, so you can finish them off. Probably the most common way of using your ultimate aggressively is to simply gank your enemy. To do that, you need to leave your team and pick a separate route. They might be in the fight longer, but you're here to pick off people that hide behind cover, healing, that your team cannot get into without dying and losing the fight. It's kind of cool to see the panic in their eyes. Oh, and by the way, on a side note, having a Wattson around with her interceptor will charge your shield and distinguish you from all the other decoys. When this happens in a fight, try to finish as soon as possible or reposition. Ulting in an open field is definitely of good help. Use it when initiating a fight after cracking or downing an opponent, or when you take too much damage. Use your ultimate in small rooms and buildings for sweet chaos and confusion. Naturally, use it to initiate or escape, depending on your situation. Many people still have troubles recognizing the real Mirage among his decoys. Let me drop a couple of clues on how to identify him. First of all, after an enemy Mirage has dropped his ultimate, look at the only one around with the guns on his back. Decoys will hold the item that he held while he ulted, or they will hold nothing at all. Secondly, look at the physics of the whole bunch. You can figure out which one isn't moving like a sloppy 3-year-old. Especially look out for the real Mirage when he tries to climb. Third, the real Mirage will always leave dust and water particles when he slides, walks, runs, or revives. Oh, and also, while he goes invisible, you can see the holo emitters briefly. Follow them to shoot the real player. If none of these occur to you fast enough,
Yeah, now we're talking. Let's do this.
simply look at which one is shooting a gun. On a side note, his tactical decoy will have his visible loadout equipped. How do you find the Mirage reviving his teammate? Well, you already know about the dust, water and hollow emitters. But what if all of that is out of option? Listen and watch closely how I do it.
Yeah, boy.
The most common mistakes I see people make are the decoys and ultimates are too obvious. Up till now, it's been maybe a couple of times that I got bamboozled to the point where I was like, huh, smart. Other few were when I was almost passing out from sleep deprivation. So listen guys, after watching this video, don't forget to add a little glam to the bam. And actually make me raise my eyebrow a bit when I see another Mirage in my lobby. Some other tactics I implement that are outside of all those categories are definitely know your positioning. You don't want to run in an open field because you don't have an easy way of escape like Raid Tactical or Ash Ultimate.
They're above me right now.
Knock down a few.
What's going on?
Heavy ammo up here.
Oh, I've got a kill too.
Unless you absolutely have to run in the open, always have a decoy accompany you. And make sure it's obvious so the eyes aren't on you no matter how glamorous you are.
Now what are you doing, Horizon?
I'm looking to your mom, you motherfucking piece of shit. Shut your fucking mouth.
I shit on your pussy, man.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You fucking toxic shit. Go fuck yourself.
Okay, you suck, but you suck, man.
Oh my god.
You're a pussy.
Oh.
You stay there, do nothing.
If you keep doing that,
Right in front of me.
I'm gonna find your sister or mother.
From time to time, you will be forced to discipline your teammates. Let me give you an example on how I do it. Shut up and fucking play the game!
Guys.
Other than that, just have fun with this guy. He's adorable and playful, and that's what you want your mindset to be. You want to troll. You want to sit and watch them shoot every single one of your clones and go insane. You want to play them and laugh. Combine this with dead-eye aim and you'll be unstoppable. Many people ask me, what is there to maining Mirage? Isn't he trash? In case I didn't make my point on how strong can he be in the right hands. Well...
Drinks on me after this. Oh, not on me. Although that did happen once. Or 9 times. I think I'm hyperbolic.
Hyperbolic.
Use the Phoenix kit.
I have 2 people on me, one is one shot. Oh, mic jump!
Oh, you couldn't just let me die, Crypto. This is so dumb. My #1 fan's watching, so you know I'll be fantab-you-listic. That's okay. No, seriously, no need to thank me. Just remember that I saved your life and you owe me for all eternity. Simple as that. Thanks for being.
He was indeed trash back in Season 0. Some people believe he still is. The thing is, there weren't much legend choices in the beginning. And the legends I liked were always picked, so I was forced to take something new every time. After that, I found out very late that the legend doesn't suit me, and got really demotivated. Then I finally bought Mirage and started playing him. I grew very fond of the character. His little sayings, his cockiness, the humor, and nobody was picking him. That was a plus for me, so I stuck with the guy. I made something considered trash strong all by myself. Besides my second main, Revenant, there isn't really any legend so far that even remotely suits me. Maybe that time will come someday, but for now I'm sticking with this guy. I grew too fond of him and his little jokes. I will miss it too much on the battlefield. He holds a special spot in my heart for how much I can relate to him too. The love for his mom, the depreciating jokes, the awkwardness, and just overall seeking acceptance. I think in the end many of us can relate to this sweet fellow. Anyway guys, this is where I end. I hope to see you again in the next video, and thanks so much to all of you for all your support on my channel. It really means a lot. Is this thing on? Sorry I look like this, I just woke up. Sorry to interrupt the ending to this video, but I just wanted to give a really big shout out and big thanks to my race teammate the other day. His name is Shanks36. He has blessed me with some really beautiful beatboxing and animal sounds in the lobby, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. By the way, don't do it. It's really cringe. Let's give it up for Shanks36.
Oh my god, girl! Woof, 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 woof. Oh my god, you're a girl! Oh my god, Violet! Please, Violet, can I be your man, Violet? Please, right? Oh my god, meow, meow, woof, 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 woof. Meow, 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 woof, 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 meow, meow, woof, 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 meow, woof, meow, woof, 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 woof. Meow, 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 meow. How can I be a man, bro? Yo, Violet, Violet, come on, Violet.